Some championships are coronations. A super team rolls through the playoffs, wins every series comfortably, and cuts down the nets. This was not that. The Knicks' 2026 title was a survival test, a finals where almost every game came down to the final minutes, including the largest comeback in the history of the finals. So let me make the case that this was one of the hardest championships any team has ever had to earn. Here's the argument. First, the margins, just how close this finals actually was. Then a game-by-game look at how the Knicks had to lock in late, over and over. Then the historic comeback that defined it, and the caliber of the team they had to climb over to do it. Everything here is verified. Let's start with the margins. This is game is culture. If you like a championship broken down by how hard it actually was to win, hit subscribe. We're chasing 1,000. It's free and it helps. Now the margins. How close was this finals? Here are the Knicks' margins in all 5 games. +10 in game 1, then +1, -4, +1, and +4 to close it out. Look at that. 4 of the 5 games were decided by 1 to 4 points. This wasn't a team that blew anyone out. It was a team that won a series of coin flips again and again with the title on the line. That's the foundation of the whole argument. Winning a title in 5 games sounds easy. Winning it when 4 of those games are essentially one-possession battles is the opposite. Every single night, the Knicks had to execute under maximum pressure with no margin for error against a desperate opponent. There were no easy nights. So let's walk through them. Game by game. Game 2 set the tone. A 1-point win, 105 to 104. A single bucket, a single stop. The difference between going up 2-0 and being tied. The Knicks made the last play that mattered. That's the kind of game that swings an entire series, and they had to win it on the razor's edge. Then game 4, the one that will be remembered forever. The Knicks trailed by as many as 29 points and came all the way back to win by 107 to 106. It's the largest comeback in the history of the NBA Finals. No champion has ever had to dig out of a hole that deep in a finals game and live. They did. And then the closeout, Game 5, was a street fight. A grinded out 94 to 90 on the road, the lowest scoring game of the series. No fireworks, no comfortable lead, just 2 exhausted teams clawing for every possession. The Knicks won the rock fight when it mattered most, and that's how you end a 53-year wait. Not in a blowout, but in the trenches. Locked in when it mattered. And the reason they kept winning these is that they got better as the clock got late. Watch Jalen Brunson's 4th quarter scoring across the series climb when it counted. 13 points, then 12, then 15 in the clincher. While the games tightened, their best player got bigger. That's the trait that turns close games into wins, and the Knicks had it in every round. Add it up. Across the 5 finals games, Brunson alone poured in 56 4th quarter points. More than 11 a game in the final 12 minutes, most of it on scorching efficiency. When the Spurs made their runs, the Knicks didn't flinch. They leaned on a closer who refused to lose. Every one of those tight games was decided by who was tougher in the last 5 minutes. It was them. And look who they beat. Now factor in the opponent, because the difficulty isn't just the margins, it's who they were that close with. The Spurs won 62 games this year, the 2nd seed in the West, anchored by Victor Wembanyama, a generational two-way force averaging a near double-double. This was not a soft path to a title. The Knicks survived an elite, desperate team that pushed every game to the brink. Here's the single number that captures the difficulty. 4 of the Knicks' 5 finals games were decided by 4 points or fewer. 80% of the series was a one-possession type battle. Most champions get at least a couple of easy nights to rest and breathe. The Knicks got almost none. They had to be perfect in the clutch, basically the entire finals.
Let me be fair and precise though. It wasn't literally a comeback in every single game. Game 1 was a comfortable win. But 4 of 5 coming down to the wire, including erasing a 29-point finals hole, is a brutal white-knuckle path to a ring. Most title teams never face one game that hard. The Knicks faced 4 back-to-back-to-back. And here's what separates a hard title from an impressive one. The mental toll. Winning 4 one-possession games in a single finals means living on a knife's edge for 2 straight weeks, where one bad bounce ends your season. Most teams crack under that. The Knicks didn't. Game after game, they stared down elimination-level pressure and made the winning play. That kind of repeated, sustained clutch is almost impossible to fake. Stack the difficulty markers together, a 62-win opponent with a generational star, 4 of 5 games inside 4 points, the largest comeback in finals history, and a road closeout in the lowest scoring game of the series. Most champions can point to 1 or 2 genuinely hard moments on their path. These Knicks faced a gauntlet of them back to back to back and cleared every single one. So that's the case. A finals decided almost entirely by single possessions, the largest comeback the event has ever seen, a grinded out road closeout, and a 62-win opponent with a generational star. The Knicks didn't cruise to this title, they survived it. The question is, does a championship won this hard mean more than 1-1 easy? Tell me below, and if you want every angle of this title run, subscribe and join the family.